Good morning to my kitchen. Today I am going to make a dish called a couscous. It is a North African recipe. I got this recipe from my grandma that lived there for many years. Anyways, what you need to start is lamb. You need some red sausages that you call merguez. I am not sure that we can find them in the States, but what I use is Italian hot spicy sausage. You can also add beef and chicken. We need cumin, coriander, paprika, salt and pepper. Fairly easy. Vegetables, you need 6 to 7 vegetables. We use pumpkin, zucchinis, turnips, parsnips, garbanzo beans, zucchini. So now let's begin. I added beef to my recipe because we have a big amount of people. We're like over 20 people. So I added beef. But beef is optional. So the beef I took all, follow me if you want. So the beef, I cleaned it all, left nice little square chunks, doesn't have to be precise. We have the chicken legs, where we'll take the skin off and the bone. And here is my lamb shanks. So the meat is cut up. I have grinded my spices. I have grinded the coriander, the paprika, cumin seeds, and cumin, salt and pepper. So I just grind all. This is the best way to get the best out of all the spices. Okay, just sprinkle freely on it. Don't forget to wash your hands frequently so you avoid cross-contamination. I have some oil. We're going to brown the meat and cook it down. Okay, the meat is in it, so I'm just going to let it brown, cook it, like I said, 3/4. Okay, while the meat is cooking, I'm going to start the chicken. I'm going to skin it and debone it. This meal is done in steps. So the beef is what takes the longest, then the chicken, and then the lamb. Now I'm starting to skin my chicken. Take it all right off, we don't need that. Okay. Then just cut it in onions, turnips, and carrots, which I'm going to add to the meat, and just let it cook. Probably add a little bit of salt and pepper. I'm going to add some bouillon, which I make it easy. I just use 2 tablespoons of chicken bouillon because we need a lot of broth for that. Hot water, couple cups. Alright, now we're done. We're done with this and we'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, now that we have the meat cooking, I'm going to start on the chicken. So I put water in there. I put 3 tablespoons of chicken broth. Salt, pepper, some of our spices mix. And the chicken. Okay, welcome back. Okay, right here I already cut some pumpkin, zucchini, yellow squash. Here we have parsnips, turnips and carrots. So I will add these first because it's a hard root and it takes a little longer to cook. So my beef is done, so I'm going to transfer this in here for my juice. It smells good. And I'm just going to let them to simmer for at least 15-20 minutes. And okay, here you have the lamb shanks. What I'm going to do, I prepared some spices with coriander, cumin, and some rosemary. So I got oil warming up, so I'm just going to cover my lamb a little bit with the spices and even out. Alright there, well, they're ready to go. So I guess I got boiling oil right here. Alright, this would take about 30 minutes to cook. And when this is done, I will add the vegetables to the broth. And yeah, I changed pot. The two that I have were way too small for the amount of vegetables I have. So I would let this cook and I'll be back with you in about 20 minutes. Alright, so here we have the lamb shanks, which I'm browning. Then I'll put a little broth in there and pop it in the oven for about 30 minutes. And it should be medium rare. And we'll go from there. Okay, well, here we are. I have my lamb, my beef, and my turnips, and carrots, and parsnips. That's already all in there. Now it's cooking, and it's almost done. So I took the chicken out because if you leave it too long, then it's going to fall apart, right? So just take it out and put it aside and add it back when you're ready to eat. Well, now we're going to put all these vegetables back in there. Wow, that's a little heavier than I thought. The real couscous has about 9 vegetables. Right there, that's back in there. Okay, so we just let that cook about another 30-35 minutes. And at the end, we'll add some garbanzo beans and some artichokes heart. Somewhere. Yeah, there they are. Artichoke hearts, plain, okay? So I got 2 cans, depending how many you like, you know. So, alright, so now this is cooking, and we're just gonna leave it another 30-35 minutes until the vegetables are tender. Okay, so my vegetables are almost done. I'm gonna add on my garbanzo beans. Make sure to empty the liquid. We don't need. Alright. Okay, well, we're all done. I hope this dish is to your liking. And if you like it, you're more than welcome to do it. And join me back tomorrow for the cheesecake.